All right, another exciting example here from the floor at CES. I'm with Stefan trinamiX. Very interesting technology, novel as both a touch screen and a visual to assess things like blood alcohol level, lactate levels, etc. But Stefan, maybe you could start with telling us what the technology is and what the product is.
Yes, my pleasure. So trinamiX is a technology company, and we started developing a technology based on imaging. Really, the first step was to have a secure face authentication. And what we did is we analyzed material. Okay. That's why I have this one here. This is
Is that you?
That is me. Well, that is me maybe 3 years ago, to be honest. Yes. And what we did is our camera, when we send out light and the camera sees it again, can say, is this human skin? Yes or no? This is how it started. And with that, our system can say, even if you have my face, it's not human skin. So for example, then a door will not open. A phone will not unlock.
Okay.
This is how it started. But we already looked at the composition of the material. So we realized there's a lot more information hidden in there. So the next step, what we did is, we saw we cannot only say, is this human skin? We can also say, what is the quality of the human skin?
I see.
And that was a big step for us, because now all of a sudden we could say, how is the health? Because the human skin shows a lot. It's not only is the air dry, what is your skin type, it's also about, did you sleep well? What are your eating habits? It all at the end reflects in your human skin. And imagine all the time this is tracked in the background and it gives you advice there.
Okay.
So this is how we further moved into the health space, and I realized then you can even track more information like vital signs with that, like your heart rate and so on.
So it's interesting. You start as a security company or access company.
Right.
You leverage that technology then to the health space.
Yes.
And so now you're in the health space, and what are you looking at, and who's buying that insight?
Very, very, very good question. So in particular, when it comes to the health, this is really directed for end consumers. For example, in your phone. Imagine you have it in your smartphone. You use it, and every single time you look into your phone and it's unlocking, you also collect health data automatically in the background without actively doing it. And you get valuable trends while linking it with all the other data you track, for example, with your smartwatch. So really for consumer brands. But there's a second topic when it comes to vital signs, and this is going to the automotive space. Because while you're driving, it's very important to monitor what is happening to you. Are you actually still capable to drive? Are you agitated and things like that?
So your customers are, you said you're going direct to consumer, but you're also selling to phone companies and automotive companies. Is that right?
We sell to the phone and automotive companies.
Okay, and
we don't do B2C, it's B2B and then to C.
B2B to C. Yes, I see. And so what's the success in energy like right now? What's the response you're getting in the market?
Actually quite exciting. Also already here on the show, like the first day, we had many very good discussions about automotive. We already also have design win for automotive to bring our technology in the cars. And we also work with partners, and together then also go to different OEMs.
And so I know you're going to show us the technology in a moment, but maybe one more question before we go there, which is, let's say this gets scaled and this gets embedded in certain phones, this gets embedded in automotive. What are the impacts? Because this feels like a wellness solution that is intercepting disease, and it's micro coaching, if you will, to the consumer. Hey, you didn't sleep well, take these actions. Hey, we're seeing these signals in your skin, take these actions. So what are the implications of that as you think about the impact on health?
Yeah, so for me, but this is not my personal opinion of it, is it's more about, it gives me information I didn't even look too much for.
Yeah.
So for me, a very good example is like a step counter. Sounded super dumb to me, but once I activated it, I'm checking also, do I walk enough? And this is the same to me. If it just sometimes nudge me a little bit and say, hey, look at this, here you can do a little better. Just check this. This is from me. So in a very, very unobtrusive way.
Yes. This notion of passive embedded technology in everyday items.
Correct.
It's a real theme we're seeing at the show. Okay, perfect. Let's maybe get a quick demo or a quick example of what you have going on here.
Do that.
Okay, let's do that. Wonderful.
Let me show you one example here for automotive.
Terrific.
What we're doing. So in this case, this is now the display you have in front of you. Here you would have the steering wheel. And what we're going to see here is now how our technology, first of all, is integrated into the screen, that you can always see everything, but the camera can always see you. And one key item here, what our system is doing, just show you here now the example is, so what our system can do is, while the camera is running and not only checking, are you really you? Are you positioned in the right way? It can also track a feature that we call vital sign monitoring. It's measuring your heart rate. So the system is in essence looking at your face, and over time it can extract the blood flow, and with that you see the heart rate. So while you're driving, the system says what is going on.
So what happens if you actually find yourself from a vital sign perspective out of range? If something's going wrong,
Yes.
how is the user alerted?
Very, very good question. So one thing is, of course, it can give you an alarm signal and say something is wrong. But more important even is, for example, if it sees that something, you have a spike or so, then the part of the autonomous driving can kick in and, for example, bring your car safely to the site and things like that. That is really key.
Okay.
So you don't really have to worry about that, and especially when you're like in a serious medical condition, it can be hard not only for you, but also people around you, and this can be avoided in the
It's a wonderful example. Stefan, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Another great example, passive technology in everyday devices. This time is not in the home, it's on the road. More to come here from CES. Thank you so much.